Welcome to Nightmare Narratives. Tonight's broadcast comes from the golden age of radio. Dim the lights, settle in, and enjoy the story.
Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Welcome to another hour of mystery and suspense, to a terrifying battle of wits. Our play poses a dilemma you have never faced, or are likely to face in your lifetime. Whether to commit the murder in your heart when your mind tells you to restrain yourself. Listen to what happened to one man, Thomas Drake, who did face that dilemma, and what he did about it.
Professor Mallory, if you're a friend of Emery's, you've got to tell him to stay away from my wife.
Really now, Drake, I don't like to interfere in the personal life of faculty
You
members.
You must tell him, or I won't be responsible. I don't want to kill him, but I don't trust myself.
Come now, Drake, sensible people don't solve their marital problems like that. With murder.
Our mystery drama, Under Grave Suspicion, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Hank Warner and stars Ralph Bell. It is sponsored in part by the Kellogg Company, makers of Kellogg's Special K cereal, and by Anheuser-Busch Incorporated, brewers of Budweiser. I'll be back shortly with Act One.
You've seen the Budweiser commercials on television, and maybe you've wondered how long people have been putting that famous Bud label on things. Well, not as long as the brewers of Bud have been putting things on the label. Things like a list of Bud's most important ingredients. Quote, brewed by our original process from the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt. And things like the following statement. This is the famous Budweiser beer. We know of no brand produced by any other brewer which costs so much to brew and age. Our exclusive Beechwood aging produces a taste, a smoothness, and a drinkability you will find in no other beer at any price. Unquote. Yes, brewing beer right does make a difference. Read the Bud label. Taste the king of beers, and you'll agree. When you say Budweiser, you've said it all. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis.
Hey, we're the Action Corps. See, we contribute more.
T's for the teamwork of our crew.
Our ideals are high.
Oh, oughtn't you apply? Means it's now that we need you.
A-C-T,
We could go on all day. Oh, here's why volunteers are needed right away.
Action is VISTA, the Peace Corps, RSVP, SCORE, and other volunteer programs that are helping people to help themselves. If you're trained in a skill or just have a little love to share, Action needs you.
yeah, baby. Action really needs you.
Don't crawl under a rock, get into action.
Oh, yeah.
This is a public service of this station and the Advertising Council.
Have you ever returned home late one night and listened in the still darkness, tense and trembling, hoping and praying that you would not hear the whispered passions of your wife and the stranger, fearful that you would not control a blinding fury to kill? That man getting out of the car on that dark dead-end road on the windswept bluff overlooking the desolate Long Island Sound beach hurrying by cloud-veiled moonlight down the winding footpath through the scrub pines and brush to his isolated cottage is Thomas Drake, despondent, depressed.
I should have telephoned, given us some warning that I'd be home a night earlier. But deep down I had the feeling that I still couldn't trust her. And I had to find out. I hurried towards the cottage, wondering why there were no lights on. Wondering whether she was asleep, alone, or with. I walked around from the back of the house, across the gravel mound, toward the waterside porch steps, not caring whether the crunch of my footsteps could be heard inside. The only other sound was my pounding heart to the surf washing the loose gravel off the burn. The half-moon slipped behind a bank of black clouds, and in the darkness I tripped over the shovel, left lying on the gravel. I kicked it away. I went up the porch steps to the front door. I tried it. It was not locked. I stepped inside and listened. I called out, "Marianne!" The bedroom door was closed. I opened the door. I stabbed at the light wall switch. The ceiling flooded. An empty made-up bed. I went to the kitchen. Turned on the light. It was swept and tidy. The counter, the sink, the stovetop, bare and dry. Not a trace of food particles. No lingering cooking odors. The dish mop, dish towel, bone dry. I needed a drink to calm down. I reached for the bottle of bourbon in the kitchen cabinet. Poured myself a stiff one. Wondering where she was. The drink only added fuel to my slow burn. I flushed with waves of anger. I had to get out in the air to think. I put out the house lights, carried the bottle and the glass to the porch, and settled down to wait. The cool onshore wind on my face. The moon playing hide and seek with the dark clouds. The lights of Connecticut blinking across 10 miles of black water. The old field light alternating beams of green and red. It was restful. But as I nursed the bourbon, I couldn't altogether get her out of my mind. My thoughts wandering back in time, wondering if she'd left me or would, once again like the first time, before we were married. We're living together in my apartment on Manhattan's swingy east side. Two modern, sensible singles willing to give it a try. I had a job then. Good job. I was a vice president with electronics engineering. I got home that night. It was Friday night, about 8 o'clock. And as I let myself in...
Yes, dear.
I heard her talking on the phone.
Come on up, Jack. Oh, ask the doorman to hold the cab. He just got home.
Oh, who was that, Jack Harrison?
Of course. Who else?
You know, I'm getting tired of his hanging around. Why did you tell him to stop calling you?
He didn't. I called him. You look so surprised, Thomas. You don't have the time anymore for anything but dear old electronics engineering. You did phone me you wouldn't be home for dinner, so I called him. There's a movie I want to see.
That's the third time this week.
Oh, I didn't know you were counting, darling.
I waited that night, watching television, dozing fitfully. My mind going back to the smiles and looks they had exchanged as they left. I could see them after the movies going to the Purple Camellia, the nightcaps, and the wild rock of the panting cougars. And then senses-stimulated bodies pulsating with savage beats to spend the night with him. I was awakened from my sleep in the chair by the buzzing TV set. It was 4 o'clock. I fought off the idea of phoning her at Harrison's apartment. I had no one but myself to blame. We had agreed, like two sensible moderns, that there'd be no strings, that we'd be free to live our own lives. And for the first time, I admitted to myself I didn't want that freedom. By 10 o'clock that morning, I couldn't stand it. I phoned Harrison's apartment. There was no answer. I went down to the lobby reception desk to get the mail. It hadn't arrived yet. But the clerk handed me an unstamped envelope. My name and apartment number on it, in Mary Ann's handwriting. I tore it open.
Dear Tom, I'm sorry. I think it would be best for both of us to call it quits. I'm going away.
There was no date on the plain white notepaper. No imprint of name and address, no forwarding address. Just signed, Mary Ann. I refused to believe it. I hurried right back up to the apartment, to her bedroom closet. Her clothes were gone. I got through the day somehow, in a daze. But the next day, when I went out to get the Sunday paper and returned to the apartment, there she was, unpacking.
I changed my mind.
Let's have a drink. Want to tell me?
There's not much to tell. He told me he has a wife, 3 children in Connecticut, that she won't let him go, so he couldn't marry me.
Marry you? You want to get married? Is that all? You wanted to get married? Will you marry me?
Yes.
Now, here I am, waiting once again. Like two sensible moderns, we adjusted to marriage. We seemed to be making a go of it. Until I lost my job and the cutbacks of government contracts. We subleased the apartment, moved to the cottage to make the rounds of electronic firms on Long Island. I sat there on the porch, waiting once again, looking up and down the beach. And suddenly I saw a flashlight about 100 yards down the beach. It moved around, but it did not advance. And then it went out. I listened. The crunch of footsteps on gravel, carried by the wind, grew louder. I could make out the silhouettes of a man and a fishing rod on his shoulder. He was alone, hugging the waterline. As he came abreast, I called out, any luck? It was Professor Mowry of the State University Marine Laboratory at nearby Flax Pond.
Oh, not a thing. I was hoping to pick up a striper. Line got snarled and the reel too tangled to bother with tonight.
Well, I'm just having a nightcap. Did you join me, Professor?
I could stand one short one. Getting a bit nippy.
We talked. He sipped his whiskey. I don't know how many I had. He talked about projects at the Marine Lab, the need for more state funds for research on wetlands, water pollution, erosion. He knew I was trying to get relocated. Had given me a letter to an executive at the Grumman plant.
Hear anything from Grumman?
No, not a thing. I've about exhausted the job possibilities on Long Island. I spent yesterday and today in New England.
Well, thanks for the drink. I'm sure the job market will open up. Say hello to Mrs. Drake. Thanks again.
Dr. Mowry.
Yes?
Would you do me a favor?
Favor?
Well, you're a friend of Emery, Richard Emery. I know you know him. But are you a friend of his?
Well, he's one of several new young chaps doing postdoctorate work at the Marine Lab. It's a small group, and we're all more or less friendly.
I mean, will he listen to you as a friend?
Listen?
Yes. Tell him to stay away from my wife.
Emery? Your wife?
That's right. Don't ask me how I know. Little things, I know. I come home tonight, she's not home. I know.
Well, it's a rather personal matter. I don't feel I have the right to meddle in the personal affairs of a faculty member.
If he doesn't, I'll kill him.
Now, Drake, don't talk like that. Sensible people don't solve such problems like that.
That's what I always thought, but now...
Look, Drake, if you don't mind my giving you some advice, why don't you just get a divorce? Or a separation?
You just tell Emery to stay away from her. You must tell her, Mallory. You must. I don't want to kill her, but I'm afraid. There'll be a breaking point. You tell him, Mallory, tell him. If you don't, you'll share the responsibility.
Now, Tom, you're overwrought. You'll feel better in the morning. All right, I'll talk to Emery.
Thanks.
Good night, Tom.
I picked up the bottle. It still had about one drink in it. I walked down to the waterline. I swallowed what was left in the bottle. And with swelling anger, I flung it into the waves. I turned back towards the cottage and stopped. I saw a flashlight down the beach. I could make out two persons walking towards me. Then the light was out, and silhouetted against the night sky, two forms embraced as one. And then, carried by the wind rising out of the northeast, I heard the teasing laughter of Marianne.
Well, there may be laughter in the wind, but for poor Tom, this is no time for levity. Wonder whether he knows that it's an ill wind and will blow him no good. I'll be back shortly with Act 2.
Kellogg's, and that wholesome taste to get you up and grinning.
This is Jerry Coffer for Kellogg's Special K. You know, for years we've been talking about the Special K breakfast, a great way to start the day if you have a weight problem. You may have seen or heard our latest commercials, which symbolize the problem of being a few pounds overweight by using this ball and chain. That's the sound effect. But so many people have come to know the Special K breakfast that can help solve weight problems, they sometimes forget that Special K is America's favorite high-protein cereal. It has 8 essential vitamins and iron, and so delicious that lots of folks, kids as well as adults, eat Special K just for the sheer good taste of it. So we don't want you to think that you have to wear a ball and chain to eat Special K. All you need is an appreciation for the finer things of life, a 1-ounce bowl of Special K, 4 ounces of skim milk, tomato juice, coffee, and maybe a little sugar. The Special K breakfast can help you lose weight all by itself, but it really is a good start.
Who knows how to help you solve your shopping problems? The Better Business Bureau knows.
Wednesday, 10 o'clock. I'm back at the office working on the case when my secretary brings me the mail. Thanks, kid. The usual stuff. Then I see it. It's addressed to me, resident. Inside, a fake rabbit's foot. The pitch, a $2 donation or send back the rabbit's foot. My problem, what to do about it.
I'll help you with good advice from the Better Business Bureau.
Oh, yeah? Spill it.
If you receive unordered merchandise in the mail, you are under no obligation to return it or pay for it.
Thanks, pal. You're okay.
Just another consumer tip from your Better Business Bureau.
Now, what's a fella to do? Poor Tom Drake is in the dark and all at sea, wondering where he ought to be or not to be. But let's not blow the man down. Just lend me your ears, and we'll listen.
Their embrace in the dark was brief, and they started walking towards the cottage without using the flashlight. For a split second, I thought of walking towards them for a showdown. But Mallory's promise to talk to Emery made me put aside the impulse. I ducked behind a line of boulders that formed a breakwater above a high water line. They stopped in front of the cottage. From behind the boulders, I watched and listened.
That was a good hike.
Yeah. Let's go inside.
Oh, let's sit out here for a while. It's such a beautiful night. I'd like a cigarette. Okay.
He sat down beside her, struck a match, cupped it in his hands and held it to the cigarette in her lips. In the glow from the match flame, her face flushed, her eyes dreamy with desire. I knew I would never give her up.
I'm going out to Montauk next week. It's a long Monday holiday weekend. How about coming with me?
I'd love to, but I'll have to figure out some excuse to be away.
Figure out? Well, that shouldn't be any problem. You're pretty clever about such things.
I'll think of something.
I couldn't help thinking she was pretty clever about such things. Like the night she went with that very clever Harrison leading her on. I'd never forget that Friday night. And now, another Friday night.
Come on, let's go inside. You said he won't be back tonight.
Oh, relax, Richard.
You mean to tell me you prefer this cold gravel to a nice, comfortable couch? Come on, Marianne.
Oh, what's wrong with staying out here? Oh, Mark Hayam was content with a jug of wine, a loaf of bread beneath a bough.
Oh, not bad, not bad.
The laughter broke off suddenly. I saw the glowing tips of two flipped cigarettes. And then...
Kiss me, Richard.
I'm crazy about you.
Stop it! Stop it!
Tom!
What are you... Marianne, go inside. Go inside, I tell you.
Now, wait a minute.
Why? If you have anything to say, you can say it here in front of Richard.
Go inside.
Let go of my
Now
arm.
listen, you leave her alone. Let go of her! He broke my grip on her arm and pushed me away. His shove made me slip to my knees. I came up swinging at his face and missed. He pinned my arms from behind.
Now, listen. What's the matter with you? Are you crazy?
I broke out of his grip, stepped back from him, and fell across the shovel. I grabbed the handle, jumped up.
No!
And swung at Emery. Too late for me to stop the swing.
No!
As she rushed in between us, the sharp edge of the shovel hit her in the back of the head.
Oh, my God.
I stood there, holding the shovel, unable to move, my eyes fixed on her face as Emery knelt down over her with the flashlight. I watched her face and prayed she wouldn't die. I trembled with fear and anguish, telling myself this couldn't be. It was a nightmare. Emery turned the flashlight on me, studied my trembling lips, my glazed eyes fixed on Marianne.
She's dead.
I heard him, but didn't answer. I couldn't take my eyes off her.
Drake, did you hear what I said? She's dead. You killed her. You better go in the house and call the police.
I looked at him, puzzled. My mind, my eyes, my memory playing tricks on me, wondering who he was. Harrison? Jack Harrison? Mocking me the night he took her to the movie, telling me we'll be back.
What's the matter with you, Drake? Don't you hear me? Call the police. I'll tell them. I'll say it was an accident. She tried to steal. I don't think you've heard a word I said. I'll call the police myself.
Where are you going, Harrison?
Call up. Who's Harrison? I'm Emery, Richard Emery. Drake. I'll be right back.
Don't turn your back on me!
What?
He looked back as I swung the shovel, his mouth open, his eyes unbelieving. He went down. I hit him again. He was still, lying on his face. I staggered, gasping for air, my head pounding, thousands of pinpoints of light exploding inside my head. I sank down on the steps of the porch, holding my head in my hands, trying to clear my head, groping to recall, understand what had happened to me, to them. Slowly, the horror of it all returned. Marianne was dead. I turned the other body face up. It was not Harrison. It was Emery. I don't know how long I sat there on the porch steps. Finally, I faced it. I decided to try to get rid of the bodies, bury them temporarily in the gravel berm. I'd have to get a small boat, that rowboat, in the woods just above the flood water line stored by one of these summer residents. I'd row the bodies out to the channel, weight them, drop them overboard on an outgoing tide. The strong current on the bottom of the channel would move them out to the sea. The loose gravel was only about 3 feet deep. It would be deep enough to hide them. I dragged the bodies over, laid them end to end, covered them, building up the gravel mound to the same height of the berm that ran parallel to the water level. I inspected the shovel. The metal glistened clean, no sign of blood or hair. I stood it against the porch rail, went inside. I sprawled out on the bed, exhausted, and fell into a heavy, dreamless sleep. I woke up the next morning about an hour after sunrise. My mind clear, instantly aware of what had happened, what I had done. I jumped off the bed, went to the porch door, looked at the gravel graves on the burn. It looked natural, peaceful, like a cemetery. I knew what I had to do. I put on the coffee, showered, changed my clothes. Became aware that her clothes were still hanging in the closet. I got the old note she had left me on that weekend with Harrison. Read it over and over as I had my coffee on the kitchen counter. I turned on the radio for the weather.
The Bureau reports Hurricane Gilda moving past Cape Hatteras, leaving a devastating...
I placed the note on the counter, carefully spilled a spoonful of coffee on the counter, wetting a large corner of the paper, and then blotted it with a paper towel. I knew I'd have to keep checking the weather, but first, get rid of her clothes. I put them in a large plastic garbage bag. I knew I'd have to stay close to the cottage until I got rid of the bodies. Lay in a supply of food, so I drove to the supermarket, put the clothes into the collection bin of the Salvation Army on the parking lot. I did my shopping, was back in less than an hour. I went up to where the rowboat was on the bank of trees. It looked all right. Aluminum, light enough to drag. The oars were in it, and burlap fish bags, strong enough to hold the rocks I'd use for weights. I'd have to wait until dark to move the bodies. In the meantime, I could move the boat. It was a couple of 100 yards. I placed the boat on top of the grave. By nightfall, the Coast Guard was sending out small craft warnings, and all through the night, I was glued to the radio for weather checks, feeling trapped, helpless to do what I had planned. I finally fell asleep on the couch. I was awakened by the Sunday morning church music and a loud knocking on the porch door.
Hey! You in now?
I didn't recognize the voice, and I hesitated. The knocking stopped. I heard him walk down the porch steps. I put on my shoes, went to the door. He was sitting on the edge of the transom of the boat, his back to me, smoking a cigarette, fishing pole across his knees. It was Mallory. He turned.
Didn't wake you, did I? I heard the radio, and I thought I'd stop by. Feel all right?
Okay now, but, yesterday, what a head. All day. How about some coffee?
Oh, thanks, but I've got to get back to the lab. I didn't know you had a boat.
Well, it's not mine. Belongs to the Johnsons. I saw a couple of kids dragging it out of the patch of trees up there. They ran when I started towards them. Thought I'd better keep it here for them.
I guess it's safe enough here. Unless we get that hurricane. I'd pull it up on higher ground if the weather gets worse and Gilda doesn't move out to sea. Well, glad to see you feeling better.
Dr. Mallory, did you get a chance to talk to Emery?
No. Matter of fact, I haven't seen him. I stopped by his room Friday night after I left you. He wasn't in. I left a note to call me. Didn't hear from him all day Saturday. Wasn't in Saturday night. Not in his room this morning either. Not like him to go off without a word.
I've been thinking over, Dr. Mallory. It's no use talking to Emery. I can't keep it tied to me. She's left me.
Oh, did she? I'm sorry. Perhaps for the best.
Well, she didn't get home Friday night. Left me a note. Found it in the kitchen Saturday morning.
Is she leaving you for Emery?
She didn't say.
I see. Well, I'm sorry, Drake. I really am.
Sunday night, I was still trapped by the weather. It got worse through the night. The weather report said there still was a 50-50 chance that the hurricane would bypass Long Island. About noon the next day, the wind died down. I stood there by the rowboat, wondering whether I should take the chance in broad daylight. Long Island Sound was still, calm as a lake. I heard a helicopter coming across Crane Neck. Routine patrol of the shore. I could read Suffolk Police. And then Dr. Mallory coming down the beach towards me. I stood there waiting for him.
Well, I'm glad I found you home, Drake.
I just been answering more job ads.
Yeah, have you heard from Mrs. Drake? A letter, perhaps? A phone call?
Why, no, I haven't.
Well, I'm getting really concerned about Emery. No one at the lab has seen him or heard from him for 3 days. This morning, I looked through his room. His clothes, his suitcases were there. But I can't understand. I was hoping if you'd heard from Mrs. Drake and knew where she was, I'd ask her if she had any idea about where Emery might be.
Well, I do have her mother's phone number in Ohio and her sister's in Connecticut.
If you don't mind.
You want to call from here?
Thanks, but I'm on my way to the village hall to see Police Chief Raymond.
I stood there watching him make his way along the beach to the village hall at the old field lighthouse, wondering just what he'd tell Chief Raymond.
Well, you know what they say. The path of gory murder leads but to the grave. What do you suppose will happen to Tom Drake? Will he be like that comedian who murdered people with stolen jokes and was hanged by his wits' end? I'll be back shortly with Act 3.
Hi, Mrs. Goldilocks here. Professionally, taste testing diet drinks can be very difficult, but I just had to bear with it. Then I found sugar-free diet 7-Up. It doesn't taste like other diet drinks. It's fresh, light, natural, delicious. Sugar-free diet 7-Up tastes so good that I've taste tested it hundreds of times, and each time I've given it my seal of approval. Yes, this one's just right.
You finally made your gift list. Your neighbor's child is 2, your niece is 6, and nephew is 7. But before you go to the toy store, there's something else you should do. Write Toys, Washington, D.C., 20207 for a free booklet on toy safety. That's Toys, Washington, D.C., 20207. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission.
Sometimes a gentle rain in one place adds up to a raging torrent in another. A torrent that can uproot lives as well as trees. To remedy the things that can be remedied in a disaster, America has a unique emergency force, the American Red Cross, America's good neighbor. Red Cross is on call 24 hours a day, every day, to cope with emergencies, whether they're on the next block or a continent away. Most of the help that's given is from volunteers. The money's from volunteers, too. Volunteers like you. If you need help, join us. If you can give help, join us. The American Red Cross. Help us help people just like you.
The lot of most policemen is not a happy one. Wonder how Police Chief Raymond will receive Professor Mallory. Will he use the right bait and make a haul, or lose hook, line, and sinker? Let's follow our troubled professor and find out.
What's this all about? Emma said to tell me it was urgent. Well, I mean, it's not a matter of life or death, is it?
I hope not.
Ooh, you sound like you're not so sure.
I'm not, but I am getting worried.
Somebody been stealing typewriters and lab equipment again?
No, Chief. Well, this may sound odd, but a member of the lab faculty seems to be missing.
Oh? That's so. What do you mean, missing?
No one's seen him since Friday afternoon.
Well, this is only Monday.
Yes, but he was not in his room Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. He didn't show up in the lab today.
Well, what about his weekends? Did he have them free?
Oh, sometimes, when scheduled. He was not scheduled to be off this weekend.
Uh-huh.
Chap he rooms with, Garrison, says he saw Emery Friday noon. Well, Garrison was off this past weekend. He got back Sunday night. I saw Garrison this morning. He wasn't surprised or upset over the fact that Emery hadn't spent the night in his room.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the first time. You know that cottage the Drakes rented?
Yes, I do. It belongs to Howard's. Was that the one? What about it?
Well, last Friday night, I was out casting along the beach. On my way back to the lab, Drake invited me to stop for a nightcap on the porch. He'd already had quite a few. I had one drink with him, and he asked me, was I a friend of Emery's? And he asked me, the way he put it, would I do him a favor?
Mm-hmm. Go on.
What he wanted me to do was for me to tell Emery to stay away from his wife.
Now, did he explain that? Did he mean Emery was annoying his wife, or did he mean they were having an affair?
Well, my first impression was that it was more or less a dalliance.
Well, that's kind of par for the course in this university town, you know.
Yes, perhaps, but I told him I'd prefer not to get involved in personal affairs of faculty members.
And what'd he say?
He said if Emery didn't stay away, he'd kill him. His exact words. Of course, he was very drunk when he said it. I told Drake to calm him down, that I'd talked to Emery.
Yes, I see. Well, now, what about Mrs. Drake? Was there anything said to indicate whether she was inside the cottage while Drake was blowing his top this way to you?
No, there were no lights on inside. Matter of fact, Drake made it clear that she was not home. He implied, without mentioning Emery by name, that she was out somewhere with him.
Well, in that case, she could have some idea about where he might be.
That occurred to me. I went back there yesterday morning with that in mind.
And did she?
She wasn't there. Drake told me she'd left him. He said she didn't come home at all Friday night. He said he found a note from her in the kitchen Saturday morning.
Well, that's quite a coincidence, to say the least. Did the note say she'd gone away with Emery?
Well, Drake didn't show me the note, but as much as said there was no mention of Emery.
Have you been to the cottage since yesterday?
I stopped there on my way here. Drake says he hasn't heard a word from her. No mail, no phone call. Well, I asked him, would she perhaps have gone to her parents' home, to a relative? He gave me these phone numbers.
Oh, yes, let me see that. Ohio and Connecticut.
You think we ought to call them?
No. I'll drop in on Drake. I'd rather he made the call. You see, if we can't locate Mrs. Drake and you don't hear from Emery, that leaves us with 2 missing persons. We'll put out an all-points teletype alarm, full descriptions and photos. I'll keep you posted, Mallory. I'll come to the point, Drake. Mallory, Professor Mallory up at the Marine Lab, came to see me. And he's a bit worried about the absence of a faculty member, one Richard Emery. There's no use being delicate about this, Drake. From what he told me, it does look like Emery and your wife ran off together, doesn't it?
Yes, it sure looks like it.
Do you mind if I see that note she left you?
Oh, no, not at all. It's on the kitchen counter where I found it. We went into the kitchen. He picked up the note, studied it carefully, looked at the back of the paper, felt the coffee stain.
When did you, discover this note?
Saturday morning. Well, that stain's some coffee spilled from my cup as I was reading it.
Oh, I see. You mind if I, look around?
Oh, go right ahead. I followed him into the bedroom. He looked through her dresser, the closet, the night table.
Well, her clothes are gone, all right. I was looking for a letter she might have received from a friend or relative, inviting her for a visit for a few days or a week. I mean, did she mention such an invitation to you?
No.
Well, if she did get such a letter, she could have taken it with her. I mean, have you called her parents or her sister?
Well, frankly, no. I was hoping I wouldn't have to do that, when she'd come back, or write or phone.
Well, if they don't turn up in a week or two, we might perhaps go on the assumption that they're dead. You see? And start a search for their bodies.
You don't think... Well, look, Chief, I was drunk when I told Mallory...
No. I don't think you killed them. Of course not. What would you do with the bodies? Bury them out there? Let's not get morbid about this. You don't think I'm going to call out the tractors to scrape down the gravel, do you? Oh, by the way, how long are you planning to stay on here?
A couple of weeks.
All right. Well, now keep in touch. I'll call you if anything develops. Phone me if you get a letter or a call from your wife.
I followed him out. He looked at the rowboat, studied the sky.
I'd pull that little boat up higher beyond that low ground back of the house. I wouldn't be surprised if we get some of Hurricane Gilda before night's over. Better keep the radio set on the Coast Guard reports.
I watched him go down the footpath across the low ground behind the cottage, and then uphill to where his car was parked, top of the bluff. It was not till he was out of sight that I stopped sweating. It It stayed calm, windless, an oppressive silence hanging over the water and the land. The sky was sunless, gray, not a cloud in sight. I'd heard of the calm before the storm, but I'd never seen it. I filled the kerosene lanterns, got candles ready.
Gale warnings, Cape May to Block Island. High tides 3 to 4 feet above normal with flooding along lowland.
By late afternoon, all up and down the sound, white caps galloped shoreward from as far as the eye could see. Treetops swayed and twisted in the whistling wind. The waves crashed higher on the shore. It started to rain hard. Windswept sheets of water lashed the roof and the shingled siding. The lights went off. I lit the lanterns and candles.
Winds 50 to 60 knots. Residents alerted to evacuate low-lying shore areas.
The door banged open. The wind picked up the rowboat, sent it rolling side over side across the low ground behind the house. I stood with a lantern on the gravel berm, watching the waves inching closer, lapping the foot of the gravel mound, loosening gravel in the backwash. And then I heard the phone ringing. I went to it, picked it up, still watching through the open door, the waves breaking over the gravel. Hello?
Hello, Drake. This is Police Chief Raymond. What the hell are you still doing out there? Didn't you hear the evacuation alerts?
Oh, the phone fell out of my hand. I saw waves crashing over the grave and ran out.
Drake, you listen to me carefully. There's been a breach in the shore about a quarter-mile down the beach. Get the hell out of there. You'll be cut off. You hear me? Are you there? Hello? Hello? I must have forgotten that idiot. Well, better get going with the motorboat.
I knew I had to keep shoveling on the gravel and sand as fast as the waves washed it off. But for every shovelful I threw on the grave, the waves washed off too. I lost track of time. I knew I had to keep at it to keep the grave covered.
Head in close to the house, Mallory.
Yeah.
Drake! Drake! All right, let's go ashore. Nose it into the bank. You better bring your flash.
What the hell is he doing?
No! You can't come back! Never, Harrison! Never!
God of mercy, it's Emery.
Well, I better get him over to the Riverhead Prison Hospital. Tide will be going out in a little while. Let's put this rope around the ankles and secure it to the porch. Mallory, you stay here till the county police and the coroner get here.
Chief, I'm at the morgue at Riverhead. Dr. Henderson of the police lab gave me an envelope to get to you. He said you wanted an analysis report in a hurry.
That's right. What's it say? Read it to me.
It says, the coffee stain is less than a week old. The ink is at least a year old.
Well, thanks, Mallory. By the way, do me a favor, will you? Leave a note to Highway Superintendent Murphy in the State Office building. Tell him I said, I won't be needing those tractors.
Well, imagine. What do you think of that police chief? Isn't he the fishy character? Anyhow, we didn't have to scrape bottom. I'll be back shortly.
Hello, this is Goldilocks. It seems like only yesterday that I was a little girl tasting porridge. You know, this one's too hot. This one's too cold. And now I conduct taste tests on diet drinks. And there's one I must tell you about. Sugar-free Diet 7-Up. It has a fresh, natural, delicious taste. It drives my taste-o-meter crazy. Sugar-free Diet 7-Up. This one's just right.
Answer on, I'm building a kite out of tissue paper and it's beginning to rain. What do I need?
Umbrella or plastic kite?
Answer on, how many children are born with birth defects?
250,000 a year in the United States.
What's being done?
The March of Dimes supports research, medical service, and public education programs.
How can I help? Answer on?
Like me, the March of Dimes needs money for answers. Give to the March of Dimes.
Still in a dilemma? We hope you never have to face it. We can offer some advice, though. When you are uptight about any matter, nothing like settling down at your radio and letting the cares of the day slip away as your mind and ears carry you off on a relaxing journey of mystery adventure. Our cast included Ralph Bell, Patricia Wheel, Robert Dryden, and William Redfield. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. And now, a preview of our next tale.
I want to know. I'm afraid he had the head impaled on a pike and left to wither on the battlements. The body, of course, was interred.
Oh, my God.
Nasty types they were in those days.
How old was she?
Oh, see, I think I remember. Oh, yes, 24.
Just my age. So young to die and be buried forever.
Oh, well, the legend is, of course, that she hasn't been.
You mean she haunts?
Oh, rather. She was quite a horsewoman, history tells us. And any night, but particularly when the moon is full, she rides the grounds, searching for her lost head.
Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by new sugar-free Diet 7-Up. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams. Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. There's a phrase going around nowadays, used promiscuously by various people, meaningful relationship. Relationship means connection. Meaningful doesn't mean anything at all. It's not even in the dictionary. Meaningless is there, but not meaningful. It's a word devised out of desperation. Not because our richly endowed language has need of it, but to avoid facing the possibility that all life threatens to become meaningless.
I used to be alive, you know.
You did?
I'm pretty sure I was.
When was that?
Oh, quite a long time ago.
What was it like?
I can't seem to remember.
Our mystery drama, Answer Me, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Elspeth Eric and stars Larry Haynes. It is sponsored in part by True Value Hardware Stores and Buick Motor Division. I'll be back shortly with Act 1.
look at the people you pass on the street, or do you simply walk on by? Do you smile sometimes, or stop to pet their dogs? Do you say, nice day, or some weather? If you do, you've made a connection, a relationship. It may end right there, but you've made it. The story we're about to bring you begins with a lone man walking down a street in a large western city.
I'm only pretending to be alive. In my nice gray slacks, my nice blue jacket, my nice black loafers, I trudge down this strange street. Now and then I turn my head to look at my reflection in the store window, and I think I recognize myself. I'm not positive. Anyone who'd speak firmly enough could persuade me otherwise. I stopped at every red light and wait patiently for it to turn green. I look like and I behave like your average dutiful citizen. But I'm really dead, and I know it. It's part of the pretense that makes me turn and enter the bar. A grubby little place with no customers, just a large, empty-faced man performing the usual bartending chores, polishing the glasses, wiping the counter. I sit down on one of the stools and sneak a look in the big mirror. There's nothing out of the way there. I look like any man who stopped off for a drink at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, sir. What'll it be?
A scotch?
Any special brand?
No, whatever, any kind.
Soda? Water?
I guess water.
Mix it for you?
No, please.
Hey,
thanks very much, thank you.
That's okay.
Now the tears start. Even before I lift the glass to my lips, a flow of tears rolling down my cheeks as I sit there silent, helpless. I hadn't known till now how complete, how profound is my despair.
You don't want that drink.
Oh, yes, I want it.
You don't have to drink it, you know.
Well, I have to do something.
You're not used to liquor, are you?
Oh, I've done some drinking.
Not much, I can tell. Why don't you go on home?
No good.
Your wife would be worried.
My wife's dead.
Oh?
That's not what you think. She died 5 years ago.
Still?
3 weeks after we were married. She came down with polio.
Tough.
You know, she lived for 10 years, and then she died. It was a hell of a 10 years, if you really want to know.
I can imagine. Oh, there's the customer. Hey there, Mr. Vincent. He's one of my regulars. Stops in for a beer, that's all. How's everything with you, Mr. Vincent?
The drink tastes awful, but I try to finish it. Thoughts of Helen dart in and out of my brain, little flashes of piercing light gone before I can identify them. Helen's face when I met her. So young, just 18. Helen's face twisted with pain later on. I hear her screaming at me and me screaming back. But that was all a long time ago. And now I'm sitting in this bar with this drink, pretending to be alive.
He just has one beer and leaves. He won't bother.
Well, I'm not much good with people these days.
Want me to leave you alone?
No. I appreciate it. You see, I wrote a book.
You did?
Yeah, it was published, actually, yes.
I wish I could write.
But it wasn't reviewed.
You mean like in the papers?
No place. Nobody paid any attention to it. It was ignored.
Well, how can they do that?
Well, there's only so much space and hundreds of books. It wasn't considered significant enough to give it any space.
You shouldn't take it personally.
Well, what other way is there to take it?
Well, I don't know. Tell you what.
What?
It's just a suggestion. Why don't you get the heck out of town?
Go where?
Who cares? Any place. Mexico, Hawaii, Canada. Just go.
And do what?
How should I know? Just go. It's something to do. Better than sitting in some bar, the state you're in.
Mexico, huh?
Sure. Why not? You got some money?
Yeah, some.
So go. But watch out for the tequila down there.
And that's how I find myself on this road headed south. I decided I'd walk to Mexico. The idea of sitting still on the plane was impossible. I don't own a car. And the effort of putting one foot after the other makes me feel somewhere near alive. Every so often the truck driver stops and offers me a ride, but I always refuse, politely. And still, I feel a little grateful that someone does me that slight courtesy, pays me that small attention. I don't feel quite so dead.
How far are you going?
What?
You going far?
Mexico.
Well, that's quite a ways from here. I'm not going that far, but I could take you a few miles.
No, thanks.
You're tired, aren't you?
No, I'm all right.
You're sure you won't ride a few miles?
Thanks for the offer, though.
You're not just tired. You're frightened.
Well,
You're desperate. I can see it in your face.
No,
You're haunted.
She drives off. I stare after her. I say the words over to myself. Frightened, desperate, haunted. Oh, it's true, it's true. It's all true. Why haven't I been able to say it to myself? Why did it have to be this woman who... I'm running down the road fast as I can, breathing hard, trying to call out to her. Now, all at once, I see a car. It's stopped by the side of the road, and I see her get out. She's a woman about my age, dressed in yellow, looking quizzically at me as I get nearer.
Changed your mind?
If it's all right.
Get in. Come on, shove over.
Yeah. Very kind of you to stop.
I knew you'd reconsider.
Oh, how did you know?
The way one does sometimes.
Only you don't know me.
You feel like telling me your name?
Paul.
Mine's Sylvia. That's enough conversation for now. It's hard for you, isn't it?
Well, you're the first person I've talked to in a month, except for a bartender.
You don't seem to me to be a drinking man.
Well, he's the only bartender I've ever talked to.
I won't ask you any more questions.
Thank you.
Instead, I'll tell you all about myself, all right?
Yeah, all right.
My name is Sylvia. I'm 38. And I have a daughter named Susan. She's 18. We live in the Free Life commune not far from here. We moved in there when my husband left me 10 years ago. I write poetry when it occurs to me to do so. Otherwise, I just live.
I listen to her talk. I don't know precisely what she's saying, but the sound of her voice is oddly comforting. It's warming, reassuring. It's the sound of life, the sound of people. A person, anyway. I begin to drink in the words as though my soul has been parched, and she is pouring water into it and making it grow, expand. I can hardly believe it. I don't want to believe it. But I am coming back to life after a long time away.
Well, this is it. This is where I live. Up the hill there. That's where the Free Life commune is.
Oh. Yeah, well, I'll get out.
Oh, no. Don't do that. Come with me. See what it's like.
Well, there'll be a lot of people.
You would have to meet them. My daughter and I have a cabin. We can have something to eat there. You don't have to go to the communal hall. Susan won't expect you to talk if you don't feel like it. Lots of times she doesn't feel like it either. Lots of times I don't.
Really?
We're all looking for the free life. That's why it's called the Free Life Commune.
Something inside me has surrendered, and the woman Sylvia knows it. I haven't given consent, but I have consented. And nothing in me resists as she turns the car into the side road and goes up the hill and turns again down another dirt road, then another, and then another, and stops in front of a cabin build, not too expertly, of logs. She says nothing, and neither do I as we go inside.
Hungry?
No.
I know you're not a drinking man, but I think a glass of wine might be a good thing.
Yeah, it might.
And I want you to meet my daughter.
Susan.
Right. We'll all have a glass of wine together.
Can I help?
No, you just sit there. White wine or red?
I don't know.
Okay. Red. There we are.
You wanted me, Mother?
Yes, dear. I want you to meet somebody. This is Paul. Paul, this is Susan.
Hello, Paul.
Susan.
We haven't got a thing in this house to munch on. Paul's not used to drinking, and if he doesn't get something into his stomach, he...
Oh, you want me to run down to the commissary?
Oh, no. You stay here, I'll go. I want to get something for dinner anyway. We're eating in the cabin. Just the three of us. I'll be right back.
You want to pour the wine?
No, you do it.
Okay.
You're very pretty.
Thank you.
You're 18, your mother said.
Uh-huh. Here's your wine. It's cheap, but good.
Thank you. I stare at her. She's sipping the wine, not looking at me. Something is bothering me, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know who these women are. What is it? I don't know. What is it? Something's wrong. Something is strange. Something is incomprehensible. My hand that holds the glass begins to tremble. I know.
You all right, Paul?
What?
You're not drinking your wine.
Oh.
What are you thinking?
How did you get here?
I live here.
No. I mean just now. I mean when you showed up just now. How did you get here?
Through the woods. There's a path.
No. I mean, how did you happen to walk in at just that minute when you did?
My mother called me.
No, she didn't. I was here. She didn't call you. She just said she wanted me to meet you. And the next thing I knew, you walked in. She didn't call you at all.
Oh, you mean she didn't say, Susan, come here?
She didn't say anything. I know. I was here.
Mother never calls me that way.
Well, there's no other way. What other way is there?
She thinks it, and I receive it.
Are you talking about telepathy? Telepathic communication? I've heard of that, but...
If you have to give things names, I guess that's what it is. Come on, drink your wine. Mother's on her way back.
Have you ever felt that your telephone was going to ring a split second before it actually rang? It's happened to me and to some others I know. Was this because you ardently wished that it would ring? Or was it because some faint electrical impulse in the wires reached you? Or was it because the caller was thinking intently about you as he finished dialing your number? Frankly, I don't know. Perhaps it was for none of these reasons. I'll return to you shortly with Act 2. Our protagonist's name is Paul. Preyed upon by a grief too deep for comprehension, obsessed with the feeling that he is only pretending to be alive, he has decided to follow the advice of a chance-met bartender and hike to Mexico. On his way there, he has accepted a ride from a woman called Sylvia, who lives with her daughter Susan in the Free Life commune. Paul has passively consented to accompany Sylvia to her cabin, where, a few minutes later, young Susan has made her appearance.
How did you get here just when you did?
Mother called me.
No, she didn't. I was here. She didn't call you at all.
You mean she didn't say, Susan, come here? She never calls me that way. She thinks it, and I receive it.
I'm staring at her. Young, slim. Her blue denim pants clinging to her legs. Her big, bulky sweater swallowing the upper part of her body. Her blonde hair falling over her shoulders.
Come on, Paul, drink up. It's not very strong wine. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. How do you know your mother's on her way back?
Because she is. Well, she'll be here in less than a minute.
Well, did she send you some kind of message? Telepathically, I mean?
She must have. Otherwise, how would I know?
Yeah, well. Suppose she doesn't come back in less than a minute.
But she will. She's here now.
No, she's not.
All I could get for dinner was chipped beef.
All right. Oh, fine. Paul?
What?
Do you like chipped beef on toast? And we have some apples and cheese, I think.
Anything, yes.
Is this my wine?
Oh, I'll pour you some, Mother. That's Paul.
Sylvia.
Yes, Paul.
When you were at the commissary, Susan and I were talking. I couldn't understand why she came back when you hadn't called her. Not really called her out loud.
Oh, that.
Yeah, and she said there was some kind of telepathy between you, telepathic communication.
Susan said that?
I didn't say that. He said that.
Yes, that's true. But there has to be some kind of explanation, doesn't there? And later on, she said you were on your way back from the commissary. You'd be here in less than a minute. And in less than a minute, you walked in.
What of it?
You send mental messages to each other? Is that it?
Something like that, I guess.
Yeah, well, how is that done?
I don't know.
Well, you must know. You must know.
Why must I know?
Well, because. Haven't you thought about it? Don't you wonder about it?
Look, Paul, when Susan's father up and left us, and I had to go to work. Susan wasn't able to look after herself. I couldn't afford someone to look after her, so I had to do it myself. I couldn't take her to the office with me, or the bookstore, or the library, wherever I happened to be working. So I had to look after her some other way. And that's how it came about. Whenever I felt she was doing wrong or was in some kind of danger, I sent her a message.
You told her what to do?
Mostly what not to do.
And she always knew? I mean, she always got your message?
No, not at first. But when I got home at night, I had to scold her. Or punish her in some way, and pretty soon, it started to work, and it's worked ever since. Hey, let's have some more wine, what do you say? And let's open up a jar of olives, the good Spanish kind, okay?
It's happening. I'm starting to come alive. It's slow, it's vague. Life appears in patches, some dim, others coming through clearly. It's like a gradually developing picture in a dark room. I feel my body, I hear my voice. I want to say things, and I don't care if I say them badly. I go back, I repeat myself. I don't mind, they don't mind. I talk about Helen. I talk about her illness and her death. I talk about my book. I talk about writing it, and I talk about watching it fail. I talk about everything. I hope now and then I'm not boring them, but I don't really care. Just as long as they let me talk. And there was never a word about it in the book review sections, you see. Not one word. At first I couldn't believe it, but then I had to believe it, and that was that.
Still in all, you wrote it.
Yes, but...
Well, that's more than most people do.
Yes, I know.
Was it hard?
Yeah, sometimes.
Was it fun?
Sometimes, yes, sometimes.
Well, then.
And it was published. It even sold a few copies.
That's nice.
I'm coming more and more alive. I'm starting to remember all the movement of my life. And all the pauses, too. All that I've lived through. All the things that haven't quite killed me. Susan is just the age Helen was when I married her. They look nothing alike, but I don't know what it is. Youth, maybe. But more than that. Much more than that. The feeling that there are possibilities. Sylvia, do you mind if Susan and I take a walk someplace? Susan, do you mind?
I don't mind.
And leave me to do the dishes?
I cooked the dinner.
Big deal.
What, just a short walk?
I should think you've had enough walking by now.
Yeah, I've forgotten all about that.
I could show Paul the woods.
You know, it's so long since I've taken a walk with somebody. Maybe you'd like to come too, huh?
No. No, you two run along.
I feel like I'm 16 and out on my first date. I swing out freely instead of plodding along grimly the way I had on the highway. The smell of pine trees fills my nostrils, and the pine needles are soft beneath my feet. I forget about Susan. I'm so full of myself and the great world outside me. I'm living.
Want to sit down for a minute?
Do you?
Yes.
Well, let's sit down.
There's a rabid woodchuck in these woods somewhere.
Rabid?
Crazy. Berserk. Freaked out completely.
You don't say.
You're not afraid?
Well, I don't know. I never knew till this second that woodchucks went mad. You know, it's interesting. It's really interesting. It's so long since I have been interested in anything. Here I am, fascinated by the idea of a woodchuck going off his rocker.
You could write a story about it.
I might just do that. Or maybe I'll write about you.
You don't know anything about
Well,
me.
I know that your father went off and left you.
Yes, that happened.
And you and your mother developed this telepathic communication so that she could take care of you.
Oh, we've always had that.
I mean, even before your father...
Before he split? Oh, yes. As far back as I can remember.
Did it make you very unhappy when he split?
I guess it did. It was 10 years ago. I don't really remember too well. All I remember is...
What is it you remember?
I don't like to talk about it.
Please, talk about it. You know, I've been talking my head off all evening. You and your mother listened. You were so kind. It was so good for me. And now I want to listen to you. What is it you remember?
What I remember is how sad he looked.
Sad? What was he sad about?
I don't know.
Was he unhappy with your mother?
I don't know. It was 10 years ago. I don't remember. They got along. I guess they were happy. Sometimes I think that he...
Did he what?
That he was unhappy with me.
Oh, no, come on now. He couldn't have been unhappy with you. Why, you must have been the sweetest little daughter a man could want. No, that couldn't have been it.
Well, it's just a feeling. Maybe he wanted me to be a boy.
No, I don't think so.
You don't?
No, men talk a lot about wanting sons, but I think most of that is just talk. What men like is girls.
Oh, really?
Oh, you know what I mean.
Of course I know what you mean.
You're a very remarkable girl, Susan.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you seem that way to me right this minute.
Oh, wait till morning. I'll seem absolutely ordinary, which I am. And that reminds me. Are you going to stay all night?
Well, I don't know. Is there a motel or something near here?
Oh, you could sleep in the cabin. We could put a sleeping bag down on the living room floor.
Could you do that?
Of course. Why not?
Well, it's getting dark. Maybe we better be getting back, huh?
I guess so.
Here, give me a hand. I'll pull you up.
Okay. There.
Susan.
Yes, Paul?
I'm going to kiss you.
What?
I need very much to kiss you.
You do? No. We have to go back. Let me go. We have to get back to the cabin. Come on, hurry up.
Susan, what is it?
Hurry.
What is it? What did I do? Susan?
Hurry.
Relief from deep depression is greater than relief from the grimmest physical pain, and 1,000 times harder to achieve. Indeed, it cannot be achieved at all, if by achievement we mean conscious effort, contrived artifice. It comes, or seems to come, by chance, by a miracle, as though from heaven. I shall return shortly with Act 3. Our leading character, in the course of an aimless pilgrimage to Mexico, has been befriended by two women, mother and daughter. In the course of a few hours, he has told them a good portion of his life history, and his peace of mind is being restored. But resting and talking in the pine woods to the daughter, 18-year-old Susan, he has attempted to kiss her with a startling consequence.
I need to kiss you.
Let me go. We have to go back.
Susan, what is it?
Oh, hurry.
What is it? What did I do?
Hurry, hurry.
I get back to the cabin and everything is just the way it was before. Sylvia gets out a sleeping bag, puts it on the floor, and I crawl into it. It's very quiet. I hear a soft wind through the trees. The movements of small forest creatures. The shrilling of cicadas. I'm warm and comfortable and content. But in a crevice of my mind is a doubt, a perplexity. Why had young Susan broken away from me so abruptly? Surely she knew that I meant her no harm. I'd had no sinister intent. I'd wanted to kiss her from an impulse of pure gratitude and affection because she was young and uncomplicated. And I'd begun untangling the snarled threads of my life for me. Wondering, wistfully wondering, I grew drowsy.
It's morning. Time to get up.
Oh, yeah.
We get up early here.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Did you sleep well?
Yeah, like a puppy. Where's Susan?
I sent her into town to do some errands.
Oh, when will she be back?
Well, I don't know exactly.
Oh. Sylvia, something happened last night when Susan and I were in the woods. We were talking. And it was so peaceful there, and she was so sweet to me. I told her about a lot of things, even more than I told you both at dinner. She seemed to understand everything I said and a lot of things I didn't say.
Susan's a very sweet girl. I've seen to that.
Yeah, well, all of a sudden, I wanted to kiss her. Nothing lascivious. I wasn't trying to seduce her. I wouldn't try anything like that. I just wanted to kiss her because I felt so fond of her, you see. Such an affection for her. And it's been so long since I felt anything like that. And at first I thought she understood. She let me put my arm around her, and she was smiling at me, and all of a sudden...
All of a sudden, what?
Well, she broke away from me, and she started to run.
She did?
Yeah, she said we have to go back, and she ran for the cabin.
Well, you know...
Well, why would she do that?
Don't ask me.
Well, you must have some idea. She's your daughter.
After all, Paul, you're old enough to be her father, aren't you?
Well, I guess I am, yeah, even so.
Now, some people think everybody that lives in a commune is loose, free and easy. That's not so. This is a group of serious artists who are dedicated...
Well, I never even thought of anything like that. I never thought Susan was well, I just never wanted anything like that, and she knew I didn't. I'm sure she did.
No, maybe she did, maybe she didn't. You never know with young girls, do you?
How far is it into town?
I don't know. Quite a ways.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll walk into town, try to find her.
Well, you couldn't do that. She had a lot of errands. You wouldn't know where to look.
Well, anyway, I think I'll try.
Oh.
Now, what car's out there? What did she do? Walk to town?
She must have come back.
So soon?
Well, evidently, since the car's out front.
I'm going to look for her.
You don't know where she is.
Well, I'll look. Maybe the communal hall.
That's full of people. They'll all be having breakfast there.
Well, if she's not there, maybe she's in the woods.
Paul.
Why can't I simply wait in the cabin for her to come back? Why do I think it's so important to find her and find her now? What am I going to say when I see her? How am I going to explain? The sun is up full. The scent of pines is in the air. The birds are full-throated. There are people going about their business, whatever it is, in this place. I wander again into the woods where Susan and I walked last night. And then...
Paul!
Susan, I've been looking for you. Your mother said you'd gone into town, but the car was parked outside, so I
I knew you must be back.
Oh, I just went down the road to get some gasoline.
Well, I looked all over for you. I even went up to the hall where everybody was having breakfast.
Oh, did they give you something to eat?
No. Nobody paid any attention to me.
You must be hungry.
No, I don't care about that. I want to talk to you about last night.
What about it?
Well, when I wanted to kiss you, Susan, I didn't mean anything except that you've done so much for me. You don't even know what you've done for me, you and your mother. I was a desperate man, and you brought me back to life. You made it possible for me to go on living. I don't know how or why, or maybe I'll never know. But, oh, my dear, I love you for it. From my heart, I love you. You understand, don't you?
I think I do.
I take her sweet face between my hands. I look into her clear eyes and bend my head down toward hers. A flood of tenderness surges through me. Such a devout desire to express my relief and my thankfulness. I feel that I've entered into some sort of state of grace, and my heart is overflowing. My face comes closer to hers.
Woodchuck! Oh, there's the woodchuck.
What?
Oh, the rabid woodchuck behind you. Run, Paul, run!
Susan! She's out of my arms, running like a wild thing through the woods, while I stand dumbstruck and miserable. I look behind me, I look all around me. There's no woodchuck, rabid or otherwise. My head is swirling with an indefinable sensation. I go back to the cabin. I get there just in time to see the car drive off with Susan at the wheel. Partly knowing what I'm prepared to say or do, I open the door of the cabin and go inside.
Back so soon?
Yeah.
Where did you go?
Oh, just here and there.
Did you find Susan?
Oh, yes.
Everything all right?
I don't know.
She's very young, Paul.
She's 18.
That's young.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know. Maybe she misunderstood me.
Probably.
Yeah, but you don't misunderstand me, do you, Sylvia?
In what way?
Well, in a man and woman way.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about making love to you.
You don't mean that.
Oh, yes, I'm thinking about it, and so are you.
I am not.
Of course you were. How long ago did your husband leave you? 10 years? You've lived 10 years with a growing child and no man. Why wouldn't you be thinking about it?
I don't like this conversation. Let's change the subject.
No, I won't. You know, you've done a wonderful thing for me, Sylvia, letting me stay here, letting me talk, unburden myself. I've carried such a weight on my heart for so long, and now it's been lifted. You're carrying a burden, too, and I want to lift that if I can.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to come over and put my arm around you and kiss you. Not the way I try to kiss your daughter, the way a man kisses a woman. Now look at me.
Paul.
Close your eyes. That was it, wasn't it? That was what you wanted.
I don't know.
Of course you know. Of course you do.
Maybe I do.
You know, last night, when Susan and I were in the woods, it was you who called her back, wasn't it? Yeah, and this morning, too, wasn't it?
Yes.
Tell me, have you always dragged her back to you every time a man got too close to her?
Yes.
You've always had this control over, haven't you?
Since the day she was born.
Sylvia, you have to let go.
I can't.
Of course you can.
What would I do without my child? What else is there?
Oh, you'll think of something, a woman like you'll think of something. She's still sitting there as I leave. I can't read the expression on her strong and lovely face, but behind that furrowed brow, I know a powerful mind is at work. She'll be all right, I say to myself. And I start down the highway by which I'd arrived at the Free Life Commune. Only this time, I'm walking north, back to where I started from. My steps are quicker now. I feel I have a purpose, though I don't yet know what that purpose is. And then I hear...
Paul,
Susan.
you were leaving without saying goodbye to me?
Well, I just thought it was time for me to go.
I'm sorry I acted the way I did in the woods.
You didn't really see a rabid woodchuck, did you?
I thought I did.
No, there wasn't any woodchuck. Maybe there never has been.
Well, anyway, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry you're leaving.
Well, it's time.
Paul,
Mm-hmm.
do you know what I'd like?
What would you like, Susan?
I'd like to kiss you goodbye.
Would you?
Come closer to the car. Stand right there. Like that. I want to put my arms around you and hug you and give you a big kiss.
All right.
Dear. I love you a lot, you know.
I love you a lot, too. I watch her drive off down the highway. I feel a few sudden tears in my eyes. Dear girl, dear little girl. Life will start to open up for her, I think to myself. And involuntarily, a tiny prayer finds its way to my lips. Be kind to her. Oh, be kind. The car is out of sight now, and I resume my walk back to the city. It occurs to me that the only person I really want to see is the man who sent me off on my aimless pilgrimage. I want to tell him that I never reached Mexico, but I reached myself. I find the little side street without any trouble, and the obscure little bar. It's a feeling of coming home to something or someone. As I open the door and go in, it's as though I'd never left. He's cleaning glasses and wiping the bar, and the place is empty. I take the same stool as before.
Yes, sir. What do you have?
Do you, remember me by any chance?
Well, I don't know. You look familiar.
Yeah, well, I was in here about a week ago. You told me to go to Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, did you go?
Part way.
Well, how was it?
Oh, it was wonderful. It was, miraculous. I wanted to tell you about it.
Well, that's a good thing you came in today because I'm closing up this place tomorrow.
Oh, is business bad?
Well, business is all right. No, I just made up my mind to do something. Maybe I'm crazy, but, well, I'm going to do it anyway.
Well, do what? Do you mind telling me?
I'm going to set out and look for my family. You see, I left them 10 years ago. Just cut out. No explanation, no nothing.
Well, you must have had a reason.
I did. But it wasn't anything I could talk about. You see, my wife, she made me feel like an outsider, like I wasn't necessary. Not even important. Like I was, in a way, real.
Oh, that must have been rugged.
We have a daughter, Susan. She and my wife were close, very close. Closer than any two people ever were. And I was just hanging around. You know what I mean? It's hard to understand if you haven't been through it.
Yeah, well, what made you decide to go looking for them?
I don't know. The feeling I got all of a sudden. That things might be different. Because I love Susan and I love Sylvia, too. That's my wife.
Yeah. Where are you going to look?
God knows. Maybe I'll head for Mexico the way you did.
Well, if you do, there's a place between here and there. It's called the Free Life Commune. It's a good place to stop. I have to get a job now. Find an apartment, fix it up. Get my typewriter out of hock and start a new book. You could say that nothing's changed. And you'd be right. But I've changed. And that's everything.
He's right, you know.
To change oneself is everything. But oh, how hard it is. To change one's address, clothes, occupation, or friends. All these things are easy next to changing one's inner self, with all its complexities and contradictions. That is a difficult thing. But there is always a chance that, difficult as it is not impossible. I'll be back shortly. I suppose this has been a story about mind control. What else could it be? Not that I know how one mind controls another or even influences it, but no one can deny that all our impulses, as well as our inhibitions, all our aggressions, as well as our retreats, all our resistances, as well as our surrenders, all take one form or another, depending on the waves of thought sent to us by all the people we have loved and who have loved us. No man is an island, the poet said, and no mind is an island either. Our cast included Larry Haynes, Joan Lovejoy, Rosemary Rice, and Dan Ocko. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by Buick Motor Division and True Value Hardware Stores. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. The good books of practically all religions promise us life eternal. However, all of them present us with what some people perceive as a problem. Before one can live forever, one must take a necessary first step. One must die. Naturally, many of us would prefer to waive this requirement. And throughout history, people have tried in various ways to get around it. Has anyone ever succeeded? Listen.
Rich as you are, powerful as you are, important as you are, Bob, one day, like even the least of us, you too will die.
I don't think so. I intend to live forever.
Living forever? How do you propose to solve the problem of death?
I've discovered in business that there's no problem that cannot be solved.
Oh? Have you reduced immortality to a business proposition?
Our mystery drama, The First Day of Eternity, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Sam Dan and stars Norman Rose and Robert Dryden. I'll be back shortly with Act One. Life, we are told, is a game, and therefore it must be played by the rules. Rules, we are told, are meant to be broken sometimes. So, some of us break them. And what happens? We quickly discover that some rule breakers are sentenced to mend their ways in prisons, while others are permitted to end their days in palaces. Well, whoever said life was fair
or even logical. Yes. Oh, well, I suppose I have to see him then, don't I?
Yes, sir.
For all the good it'll do him.
Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Your Eminence.
Aren't you being rather formal?
I have to be formal.
And I had hoped that we were still Bob and Jerry.
If we were still Bob and Jerry, you'd never get in here.
Oh?
It's your rank that opens the door to my office.
Is that the only reason, Bob?
You're a prince of the church. Your position compels me to extend you this courtesy.
Here, I thought perhaps it might be because we were boys together, who fought our way up from the same dismal slum.
Now, you'll find none of that around here.
None of what?
Nostalgia. What have you got to be sentimental about, anyhow? The good old days? I hated every one of them, and so did you. You certainly can't have any good memories of me.
Ah, but I owe you a great deal.
What? I used to beat you up all the time.
You taught me to turn the other cheek, and it worked.
As I recall, my arm got tired.
I prefer to think it was for a better reason.
What is the reason for this visit?
I want $5 million.
For what purpose?
Charity.
Charity, huh?
In the holiest sense of the word. To feed the hungry, to clothe the naked, to shelter the homeless, and to heal the afflicted.
Oh, Jerry.
You find it amusing?
When we were in school, so long ago, we read A Christmas Carol. Now, what did old Scrooge say? Bah, humbug, I don't believe in charity.
Then I take it you're not going to give me the $5 million.
Jerry, I wouldn't give you 5 cents.
Why?
I don't like people. Does that shock you?
Nothing shocks me.
I know you're supposed to go around saying, I love people. But I don't. I find nothing lovable about people.
Perhaps if you tried to understand your fellow man...
Oh, no, let's leave that alone. I find that the more I understand him, the more I despise him.
There are basic rules that govern all of us.
All of us, perhaps, except me.
Are you different from the rest of mankind?
Oh, yes.
You look out at the world from this mighty citadel of wealth and power, and you decide whether millions of your fellow human beings shall endure poverty or enjoy plenty. Perhaps even whether they shall live at peace or perish in war. Little wonder you think you're different.
But you don't think so.
Oh, you are. In many ways. But in one significant respect, you're the same as the rest of us.
Oh, and what is that?
There will come a day, Bob, when you too will draw your last breath. And then, how shall you be different? Even from the poverty-stricken, powerless, and pathetic beggar who collapses in the gutter.
How?
That day will dawn for you, Bob, as it will for all of us. That final day which will never come to an end because it will be the first day of eternity.
You're convinced of that, hmm?
How do you propose to avoid it?
Well, let's say that's my problem.
It's a problem that has no solution.
For ordinary people, perhaps. But not for me.
And why not for you?
I intend to live forever.
Where?
Right here.
That would present quite a problem.
In business, I've discovered there's no problem that cannot be solved. No product that cannot be bought. And no deal that cannot be made.
Oh? Have you reduced immortality to a business proposition?
Well, everything in this world is a business proposition.
And in the next world?
That's your world. I'm talking about mine.
All right, let me know if you change your mind about the $5 million, Bob.
I never changed my mind about anything, Your Eminence. Little Jerry. Little Jeremiah Francis Dennison. Who'd have thought he'd ever get anywhere? And here he was again, doing what he used to do 50 years ago. Getting the better of me in an argument. No wonder I used to beat him up. Now, what kind of silly thing did I let him provoke me into saying? Well,
I forgot all about it. I think it was several months later. Yes?
Cardinal Dennison is on the telephone.
Oh, thank you. Put him on. Yes?
Hello, Bob. I know you're busy. I'll get to the point. About the $5 million.
Jerry, the answer is no.
You should have given it to me when I called on you earlier. But with inflation, now it will have to be 6.
I'm not going to give you 6 either.
Oh, by the way, I was fascinated by our conversation. You really meant what you said, didn't you?
About what?
Living forever. Have you made the deal yet?
The deal?
You've reduced everything to a deal, you said. I would assume you'd already worked out one to achieve immortality. With whom, I wonder?
I'm not at liberty to say.
And I wouldn't pry for all the world. Well, Bob, it's been nice talking to you, and we'll do it again sometime. Goodbye.
I thought for a moment. Why was this business of immortality necessarily impossible? Wasn't it something that I wanted more than anything else in the world? I decided to bring all of my resources to bear.
Yes, Mr. Stewart.
Miss Mott, I have a problem. The nature of the problem, mortality.
Let's write that down, sir. Mortality.
My own.
Yes, sir.
I do not wish to die, Miss Mott.
Yes, sir.
Well, you take it from there.
I'll get to work on it right away. Is there anything else?
Not at this time.
Then excuse me, sir.
What better way to introduce you to my Miss Mott? Madeline Mott. She's been with me for 30 years. The only secretary I've ever had. And I've trained her well. She simply cannot be nonplussed or surprised. Nothing ever upsets her balance, disturbs her equilibrium, or pushes her off her even keel. You heard what I just asked her to do. As far as she's concerned, I might have told her to get me a cup of coffee.
I need your signature in 2 places, Mr. Stewart.
Oh, yes, I see.
Do you want the corporate meeting scheduled for Tuesday or Thursday?
Thursday.
Oh, on the mortality situation.
Yes.
I judged it would be a matter for research.
I would agree.
They decided to subject it to problem solving.
Very good. I had introduced problem solving all over the corporation. It means the best brains are brought in to analyze the problem from every possible point of view. The top brains, the finest equipment, all of the considerable resources of the corporation are now being concentrated on finding an answer.
I have an interim report from problem solving.
Yes, Miss Mott.
On the achievement of immortality, there are 2 basic approaches. One is scientific.
Has science found a way?
Not at this time.
Well, then let us put science aside.
That's what problem solving recommends.
What is the other approach?
The supernatural.
Supernatural?
A catch-all term for various aspects of the mystic, the psychical, the metaphysical, and so forth.
And?
Well, naturally, the field is filled with charlatans.
As one would imagine.
Therefore, problem solving has called in all the investigative resources of Bob Stewart Enterprises for assistance and collaboration.
Very good, Miss Mott. Have them separate the wheat from the chaff. Yes, Miss Mott.
Researchers have been examining legends, documents, histories, myths, all pertaining to the phenomena of the occult. The transubstantiations of the worshippers of the Mithras, the Kabbalah, the Sanskrit Jataka, works from every known human culture.
Good.
They have interviewed and investigated psychics, mystics, mediums, yogis, gurus, dervishes, exorcists, witches, astrologers.
Spare me the details, Miss Mott. I would assume the project is in excellent hands. That's how it's done. The united effort of a top-notch team. I realized that the end result was something that I had yearned for all of my life. Immortality. This would be the supreme achievement. And I was going to achieve it. But time was going by. Money was being spent. Resources were being consumed. And there was no progress. But how could I become impatient? Had there ever been a project like this? And of course, Cardinal Jerry would never let me forget it. One night at a civic dinner...
I asked to be seated next to you, Bob.
Oh, I'm flattered, Your Eminence. The answer is still no.
Bob, very soon the sum will have to be $7 million.
You never give up, do you, Jerry?
How can I? Does poverty ever give up? Hopelessness? Despair? Disease? Now, concerning your personal problem...
What personal problem?
Your desire to live forever. Have you made any progress there?
May I trouble you to pass the salt, Your Eminence? I'd show him. I'd show the world. Sooner or later, my people would find a lead, a clue, which could become a breakthrough. Nothing in this world, and in the next, can withstand human determination.
Mr. Sturdivant is here, sir, with a report.
A report on what?
Project Immortality.
Sturdivant is head of security. Why would he be making it? Well, all right, send him in. Sturdivant.
Hey, Mr. Stewart?
Well, come in, Sturdivant. Sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Well?
Well, as you know, sir, I'm security chief of the project. Now, a week ago, head of problem solving says to me, we've got somebody we want you to check out.
Who?
Fella says his name is Rupert Reston. He's president, chief executive officer, and everybody else of an outfit called Eternity Incorporated.
Uh-huh. And what does this outfit do?
I asked him. He told me. They sell eternity.
Eternity?
He said he heard you were in the market for some.
What did you find out about him?
Eternity Incorporated is registered in the name of Rupert Reston as a private company doing business in the state.
But what did you find out about Mr. Reston?
Nothing. There's no record of him anywhere. We managed to get his fingerprints, but they're not on file with anybody. We put him on the computer all over the world. Scotland Yard, the Sûreté. Now, we even used our reciprocity behind the Iron Curtain.
Well, surely you must have learned something.
There is no record that he was ever born, nor is he known to anybody anywhere on this earth.
Have you watched the place?
We have it staked out 24 hours a day, sir.
Does he have any visitors?
We never see any.
Does he go anywhere?
Never leaves the house.
Is anyone with him?
He's always alone.
What do you think? What does your policeman's instinct tell you?
This Mr. Rupert Reston scares the living daylights out of me.
And looking at it from that angle, he might scare them out of me, too. Well, it seems we have an organization called Eternity Incorporated, which sells eternity. And why not? These days, isn't practically anything you can think of obtainable in the marketplace. We shall see if this purchase can be arranged when we return shortly with Act 2. It seems that when there is a demand, some enterprising businessman will come up with a way to satisfy it. And thus, fortunes are made, financial empires created. A Mr. Rupert Reston claims he can sell you eternity. How does it work? Let us return to Mr. Bob Stewart, who seems to be an avid customer.
How did you leave it with Mr. Reston?
He said if you were interested, you could get in touch with him.
I see. Well, thank you, Sturdivant.
Mr. Bob Stewart, please come in.
How did you know that I'm Bob Stewart?
Who else would come to see me? Won't you have a chair?
Mr. Reston, who are you?
I am President and Chief Executive Officer of Eternity Incorporated, and you're here because you hope to buy some.
Well, tell me, how is this deal to be consummated?
Well, we are quite far from that stage, Mr. Stewart.
Why?
Well, things aren't that simple.
Why not?
First, we must determine if you qualify.
In what way?
Actually, in every way.
Whatever the price, I can certainly pay it.
Oh, there's no money involved.
There isn't?
Our service is free of charge.
What are you saying?
First, we must determine why you want to live forever.
Doesn't everyone?
No, not really. Not after they give it some serious consideration. Most people would like to live as long as possible, but not for all eternity.
But I do.
Why do you want to live forever?
Just a minute. Who are you?
I've already told you.
How do I know that you're on a level?
Some of the best brains in your corporation seem to be quite impressed with me.
On the basis of what?
You're out of your element, Mr. Stewart. You're a man who is fanatically devoted to facts, figures. Before you accept something, you have to be able to see it, touch it, taste it.
Because I believe in reality.
No. But reality may very well be the greatest illusion of them all.
How do I know that you can deliver?
Well, you'll arrive at that conclusion, eventually.
I demand proof.
All in good time. Now, we must return to the question that you seemed determined to avoid. Why do you want to live forever?
Is it obvious?
No. According to the rules, we're born and we must die. And those are basically sound rules.
All of my life I've broken the rules. That's the secret of my success. Why should I die if I don't have to?
Oh, but we all have to.
Not me.
Once again, why do you want to live forever?
Because I enjoy life.
No, you don't. Now, what are the real joys in life? Love.
I can have any woman I want.
You mean you can buy any woman who's for sale?
All women are for sale.
Are they?
Was
she?
Was who?
Why do you pretend you've forgotten?
Well, it wasn't my fault.
Oh, wasn't it? She loved you. She trusted you.
She was a foolish, flighty, silly young girl.
Is that why you killed her?
I didn't kill her. How can you say that I killed her?
Susie Palmer. A quiet little thing. Not very pretty, perhaps, but what quality.
What does all this have to do with what I...
Frank Palmer's daughter, his only child. And one day she'd inherit all his money.
All of his money. You make it sound like a fortune.
In those days, it was a fortune. It was the foundation of yours. That's why you married her.
How do you know?
Oh, there was a young priest just out of the seminary. She wanted him to perform the ceremony. Do you remember what he told you the day before? Do you remember what Father Jerry said? Do you remember? Shall we refresh your memory?
Don't do it, Bobby. Don't break her heart.
Jerry, you always think the worst of me, don't you?
If only you knew how I long to think the best of you.
All right, what's the complaint?
Everyone knows you're only after her money.
Well, why does she want me, Father? Only for my good looks. Well, we're even.
She loves you, Bob. Because she believes there's an abiding goodness in your soul.
I'll be good to her.
No, you won't. You'll destroy her.
Oh, come on.
You'll fill the house with cynicism, greed, and dishonesty. And these will poison the air that she breathes. She'll die of it.
Jerry, I'm not a monster. Maybe I have got too much ambition. Maybe I believe in hitting hard when I'm out to get something, but I won't hurt her.
Walk away from this marriage.
I can't.
Please, Bobby. There are other rich girls.
I'm sure. But you see, right now, I don't know any. And right now, I really need her money.
Do you remember the scene, Mr. Stewart?
You know I remember it.
Well, then you must be able to recall another.
Oh, please don't.
I'm sorry. There is no way out. It was the day she finally knew, or at least was able to admit it to herself.
And what's the point in...
Do you remember? Will you ever forget how she looked at you? She never accused you directly, but did she have to?
Susie, dear, you don't look well.
I'm tired. I think I'll have a nap.
Well, I think you should see the doctor.
Why?
Because obviously you're ill.
He has nothing that can help me. What cure is there for a shattered illusion? A broken ideal?
I'm sorry.
I have no one to blame but myself. All I had to do was look in the mirror.
There is not a single human being in the world you can really trust.
That's a lie.
Is it?
There's Miss Mott.
I said human being.
Well, Miss Mott is a human being.
Is she? Or is Miss Mott a human robot you have molded and fashioned to fit your needs? A poor, pathetic, frightened creature who, like yourself, is living out a fantasy of importance and power.
Fantasy?
Yes, Bob Stewart Enterprises is based on the favor of a fickle public, subject to the fluctuations of a fickle stock market. But we are talking about friendship. Name one friend, one loyal friend, in whose hands you would place your life.
Why do we have to go through all these irrelevant...
You did have a friend once. You remember, don't you?
No.
Ah, how marvelous the human psyche. How completely it can erase the memory of anything that may prove disturbing. His name? Carl Dawson. Of course, means nothing.
That couldn't be helped.
Oh, really?
Business is business.
Is it also a jungle?
It had to be done.
Would he have done it to you?
That was 40 years ago.
What's 40 years? We're dealing with eternity.
Besides, what bearing does it have on...
Do you remember? It was at the golf club, at the bar. You had just cut his throat, and he had just found out about it.
Why do we have to talk about...
We have to. Remember? You had just ordered a drink.
I'll have the usual, Peter. Oh, here's Carl Dawson. Let's find out what he wants.
What I want, Bob, is to punch you in the nose.
Oh?
But that'd bring me down to your level.
What's the matter, Carl?
Now, Bob, at least have the decency not to pretend.
The opportunity was so good, I just had to take it.
You mean you had to sell out to the enemy?
Oh, look, this isn't war, it's business.
Which I just found out is worse. I thought you'd stick with me.
Well, it made more sense to go the other way.
I sunk everything I had into the firm.
I'll see to it that you get out without being too badly burned.
Why, Bob? Why?
You are old-fashioned, Carl. These guys represent a wave of the future. They deal in concepts and techniques that repel you.
Make an honest product, tell your story honestly. And why do you need these vultures? To introduce some sort of chicanery.
Don't you see how we no longer agree? It's high time that you retired anyhow.
Now, I'm going to fight you, Bob.
You don't have a prayer. You'll go broke.
We'll see about that.
Carl, if you stick around, you're going to be destroyed.
We'll see.
All right. You ask for it.
Carl Dawson, the man who guided your first steps in the business world.
He didn't keep up with the times.
You drove him into bankruptcy and finally suicide.
Well, I gave him a chance to get out.
You used Susie's money to buy into Carl Dawson's company, and in the end, you killed both of them.
All right. Let's put an end to it. I must call your attention to the fact that I am a customer. I didn't come in here to be insulted.
Well, since when is the truth considered an insult?
I don't have to take this kind of treatment.
You are always free to leave.
I have come here to buy your product, to engage your services. Now, can we get down to business?
Not until you answer the basic question. Why do you want to live forever?
I told you.
You have told me nothing.
Why does the man climb the mountain? Because it's there.
You realize, of course, it's a trivial answer.
Well, all I know is I had this feeling, this need, this desire.
Very well. If you won't tell me, I'll tell you. I will tell you why you want to live forever.
We'll do that in Act 3, which is always the time of revelation. But as you consider it, Why does Bob Stewart have so much difficulty making out a case for eternal life? It's something that everyone would seem to yearn for. But then, on sober consideration, one becomes of two minds about it. Is it really such a good idea, after all? Life and death, the two most vital aspects of our existence here on Earth. And how little we know about either. When does each begin? And when does each end? Or is there neither a beginning nor an ending? Who knows? Our friend Bob Stewart, one of the richest men in the world, has been consumed by the problem lately.
Again, Mr. Stewart, why do you want to live forever?
I just don't know how to answer that question.
You obviously get no joy out of life. Yeah, well, shall I answer the question for you? You want to live because you're afraid to die.
No, I'm not afraid of anything.
Oh, not even death?
Everyone is afraid of death.
Yes, that's right. All of us are. But do you know what happens to most of us? We can come to terms with it. We understand, consciously or not, the logic of it, the necessity for it. And if it will come to us in the fullness of time, we will accept it.
All right, you answered the question for me. Therefore, let us proceed.
Now, just a moment. Your fears go beyond anyone else's. You don't want to meet them. You could never face them. Who? You still don't know. Why do you pretend? The people you killed, your wife, Susie, your friend, Carl.
That isn't true.
Oh, no? Of course, they're the two important ones in your life. There are hundreds of others.
Don't say that.
Oh, people you misled, swindled.
I never swindled anyone.
I know. You merely gave them a chance to go wrong. They're all waiting for you, and you know it.
Let me tell you what the truth is. Vanity. I have vanity. I want to do something that no human being has ever accomplished. I want to be the first. I want to show the world that I'm someone unique, special, a man unmatched in history, a man who is different, better.
You believe that?
Yes, I believe it.
Well, it doesn't matter. We could not accept you as a candidate for immortality in any case.
Why not?
You don't have the qualifications.
Well, who does?
I don't know. In all the years I've been on the job, we have never come across any human being who did.
Well, what are the qualifications?
I don't know that either.
What do you mean you don't know?
Oh, I'm sure we'll know them when we finally see them. And now, sir, I shall not take up any more of your time.
That's how he dismissed me. Me, Bob Stewart. Well, I wrote him off right then and there, as a faker of one sort or another. But as the days passed, I wasn't so sure. There'd been something about him. And then I said to myself, you don't take no for an answer, Bob Stewart. There must be something that this man wants, needs. Go see him again. Work on him. Make a deal.
Mr. Stewart, do you have a private listing for Mr. Reston?
No.
I can't seem to find his number.
Who did you ask information?
There is no listing under that name.
That's impossible.
I had them check the address. They never had a subscriber there.
Get hold of Mr. Sturdivant.
Well, beats me, Mr. Stewart. Now, I went to the building. The place was empty. He was gone.
Where?
I don't know.
Well, didn't any of your men see him leave?
No, sir.
Didn't you say that you were on 24-hour stakeout?
Yes, sir.
Well, then how could he disappear?
I don't know.
Your men, now, are they trustworthy, competent?
They are experienced, and I bet my life on them.
But still...
Yes, sir. I doubt them myself, except...
Except what?
There is just too much going on that can't be explained.
Well, if you don't know where he went, perhaps you can find out where he came from. You might get some information from the building management.
We were there.
And they couldn't tell you anything? That's impossible. They would have demanded references of some kind.
Hey, Mr. Stewart, the problem is they claim he never was their tenant.
What?
Yeah. They claim he never rented the place at all.
But that's impossible. I was there.
I know that. but he doesn't appear on any of their records as a tenant. And as far as they know, the place has been vacant.
Well, did you ask around the neighborhood?
Can't seem to find anyone who remembers such a person.
All right, Sturtevant, that will be all. I didn't know how to react to that development. How could I account for it? Rupert Reston was not a figment of my imagination. Other people had seen him, spoken to him. Who was he? A very clever hustler? Or was he... Was he what? I couldn't even imagine. But somehow I felt that this had been a test. That I had been found wanting. That a way Rupert Reston had represented was now closed to me. But there had to be other ways. There simply had to be. Miss Mott.
Yes, sir.
Why am I not receiving any reports from problem solving?
They have nothing to report.
What do you mean?
They're not making any progress.
That's impossible.
It is not an ordinary problem.
It isn't?
It's unusually difficult.
Do you know something, Miss Mott? Do you realize that for the first time in 30 years, you have attempted to justify the failure of someone in this organization?
No, I didn't realize that.
And for the first time in 30 years, people, top people, on whom I rely completely have failed me.
Failed?
For 30 years I have built this company. I was pointing toward something. I wasn't quite sure what. And then one day I had a talk with someone, and I realized for the first time what it was that I really wanted. What would give my life logic and meaning. And the people I developed and trusted, the people I made powerful and wealthy, are unable to help me. When I need them, I find them wanting.
Are you all right, Mr. Stewart?
Of course I'm all right. Why do you ask?
Well, you seem to be somewhat flushed.
It's because it's hot in here.
Oh?
Turn up the air conditioning. Everything is for sale, Miss Mott, you understand? Everything and everybody. My wife, Susie, she sold herself to me because I was handsome. Carl Dawson sold himself to me because he thought I'd save his failing one-horse business. You sold yourself to me too, Miss Mott. You knew that I wanted a machine, and so you became one. You did, didn't you?
Yes, Mr. Stewart.
You gave up any thought of a life for yourself because you knew I would need all of your loyalty, all of your energy, all of your time. That's true, Miss Mott, isn't it?
It is.
But I made you rich, too, didn't I?
Yes, sir.
Then why do any of you have cause for complaint? Who does this Rupert Reston think he is? I can face all of you in the next world. I'm not afraid to die, but I'm not going to. I'm going to live forever. Forever.
Mr. Stewart! Mr. Stewart! Get an ambulance, quickly!
Doctor, you're paying the price, Mr. Stewart. For what? For a lifetime of bad habits, too much food, not enough sleep, exercise, too little or too frenzied. What's going to happen to me? I don't know. Well, then get someone else in here. If I did, he'd only call me in for a consultation. What has to happen? If only we could get you a new body. Well, why can't you? So far, we don't know how. Why not? We would have to do a tremendous amount of research. What's holding you back? For one thing, money. Suppose money were no object. You're talking about heaven. With money, you can even build heaven. What do you need? I wouldn't know where to begin. Begin at the beginning. We would need schools, hospitals, laboratories, clinics, research centers. Miss Mott, are you taking all this down?
I am, sir.
Doctor, if you could get me a new body, or if you could completely renew my old one... Yes? Does that mean that I could live forever? Well, literally, yes. I believe you could say that. Then how long would it take for all of this to show results? I don't know. Could it happen in time for me? Once again, I don't know. But it's the only chance I have. What's that? Do it, Doctor. Don't spare the expense. Move as quickly as you can. From that day on, I devoted myself to the Bob Stewart Foundation for Eternal Life. I don't even know how much money I spent on buildings, on scholarships, on research, on experimentation. Miss Mott has all those figures, and Dr. Patton reports to me regularly. We must work with all parts of the human body. Blood, nerves, glands, all the processes. How do we renew? How do we rebuild, rejuvenate? Are we beginning to see daylight, Doctor? I think we're beginning to come through the night. Good. Good. Remember, I am to be the first beneficiary of all of this. That is our agreement. Absolutely. That is our agreement. It's a race against time. I don't know if I can win. It's the most important dream I ever had in my life to be denied me. I grow weaker every day. I need a miracle. Why can't I get the miracle? With whom do you have to make a deal for a miracle?
Hello, Bob.
Is that you, Jay?
Oh, no, don't try to talk if it's too much of an effort.
Jay, you were right when you said that day will dawn for me as it does for everyone else. Oh, this is the day. I feel it. I know it.
I was wrong, Bob.
Oh, no. You were right. None of us breaks the rules. All of us are born. All of us die. None of us can live forever.
Not all of us. Some of us will live forever.
Maybe. But not me.
Bob, now listen to me. You're going to live forever.
How can you say that? I'm going to die tonight.
Your dream. It's come true. You knew how to do it. You knew how to make it happen. All over the world, you'll live forever. In all the hospitals and schools and laboratories, in all the generations of doctors who will learn there, and all the people who will be healed there.
Is that true, Jerry? Is it? Well, then I don't have to be afraid.
No, of course not.
And even if I lied, stole, cheated, even killed for the money, in the end, I gave it all back.
Yes, Bob. You gave it all back. And that's all that will be remembered. That's why you're going to live forever.
Thus we reverse Mr. Shakespeare, who said that the evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones. No, these days a more kindly and forgiving world buries the evil and enshrines the good. And why not? Good and evil, reverse and obverse sides of the same coin. So much depends on the way it falls. I shall return shortly. Does anyone really die? Isn't our world the sum total of all our acts and thoughts and feelings? Isn't our impact on the world, no matter how slight or seemingly inconsequential, a part of the collective consciousness? Matter, says the scientist, can neither be created nor destroyed. And since we ourselves are matter in one form or another, we must go on forever. Of course, instead of asking ourselves, does anyone really die? We might with more profit inquire, does anyone really live? Our cast included Norman Rose, Robert Dryden, Earl Hammond, and Tracy Ellis. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. And now, a preview of our next tale.
So let's do it in one take. Roll 'em.
May Tacker, script 28, scene 27, take 2.
Action.
First, Mrs. Fluitt, you tell me your husband drives a truck. Then I find out you live in this
Fantastic house and very exclusive in Cerro Beach.
Huh! Hey, where do those lines come from, Mace?
What?
Mace, what script are we doing?
I don't...
Who is Mrs. Fluid?
Mrs. Fluid?
Yeah, whose husband drives a truck. Mace, none of this is in the script.
Yeah, I realize that.
You okay?
Yeah, sure. I just must have been thinking about something.
You want to take a break?
No. It's okay. I'll be all right.
This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.